going to start it in the middle of the conversation, but I
I was
decided.
wondering if you were gonna just sneak it in and then be like, "Oh, we're on there, guys."
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Hi, everyone, and we're gonna start off rolling start. Guys, get back to what you were talking about before Jay.
I don't know.
I'm
He
here.
just walked away.
Exactly. Okay, to give everyone context, we're talking about Jay. You say it. You say the topic, or you guys just were talking about.
Pretty much we were discussing when you're near the beginning part of a story, how people different methods
Create
of
their
people, how they
characters and
create
give
their
them
characters.
purpose.
Yeah, and then we kind of got around to just talking about general building up a big amount of information before actually writing the story, like background information.
All right.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how much easier things come to, but also how you actually end up making things more than 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional by doing so. And it didn't really hit me because I was so caught up in trying to do things a different way, and it was kind of like I was getting away from the fundamentals. And it's like these are the things that you learn. These are the ABC 1, 2, 3s from the beginning. Why are you going away from them when they work?
Yeah, and if you don't mind if I interject really quick, it's just like the fundamentals. A lot of people forget, like when you're making a story, when you're creating characters, you have boundless source of power and imagination at your disposal when you're making these. Like these are coming from your head, your dreams, your creative collective, right? A lot of people just downplay that and like, no, I gotta ground it in realism. Or like I'm seeing a lot of people like making black characters just to show off. Hey, I can make a black character, and it's like, oh, let me throw in some police brutality because that goes in hand with today's topics, right? And it's just like these characters feel like more like tools than actual characters, and I guess like characters can be used like that just to get a point across. But for me personally, I'm more about like kind of what you were saying a bit earlier, Jay, about like I usually make a character first, and then like it maybe be a hollow shell in the beginning, and then throughout it, like I was talking on my blog about my story, Dead Star. It's just like throughout the story, you get to know them a little bit more, seeing them through their experiences. You start to make like backstory, like you said, and it's just like you're more interested on like, what if they did this in their past, and they show kind of their past in their present actions, like, oh, you have a fear of water, I wonder why, it looks like I'll keep reading, stuff like that. But yeah, that was pretty interesting.
You know the thing that I ended up going back to is one of the most valuable pieces of information was I was talking to my girlfriend who's a writer as well, and she was like upset that she felt like her story didn't have a theme and didn't have any meaning and didn't have any purpose. So that kind of sparked the question, like, well, what are your characters there for? She's like, well, they all have their plots and everything. And I'm like, okay, are their plots all centered around something? Yeah, then find out what that is, and that could be your theme. And then she was like, well, what's The Walking Dead about? Or what's Game of Thrones about? And I'm like, see, that's the thing. It's a very basic plot in the beginning, in the midst of it all. The Walking Dead, they're trying to survive. Game of Thrones, we want power, but it's the characters and their 3-dimensional personalities that carry that story.
Exactly.
So if you focus on your characters, that's what will help you carry it if you build them correctly instead of on the front side and they have no back, no left, no right.
Yeah, I've asked myself that question so many times too about what you said, where she asked, what's The Walking Dead about, the Game of Thrones about? I've done that too, and I think a lot of really, really popular and really cool stories, if you take away a lot of, the stuff that makes it pretty and look really fun and fantastical, the main idea of the story is so simple. And that's for huge things like Lord of the Rings. That's a pretty simple idea. They're trying to destroy the ring, but it's in this world that's so built and so alive that it makes it fantastic.
Yeah.
Star Wars is about a farmer that wants to become a star pilot.
Yeah, man.
That's
really
it.
amazing.
That's bare bones it. And people are like, what's Star Wars about? Like, people that are writing it are like, what is Game of Thrones about? It's about families vying for power over a throne. Bare bones. It's about the characters in the world.
All that extra stuff is for like, oh, if you like this, it's there for you. And it's like, Another narrative that kind of sparked in my head when you mentioned that earlier, Jay, it's just like about, does my story have a theme? Does it have this? And it's just like, I think a story going in, like the author doesn't have to have an intended theme or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like making just interesting characters. Like for example, Dark Souls. I'm not sure about Bloodborne because they're more forward with their narrative, but Dark Souls, they drop you in this world, a whole bunch of people clad in armor doing things, and it's up to you whether you want to look in and read more for the lore or not. Just ignore it and kill everybody, right? And there you go. And the story can be different for everyone, depending on how interested you are in the lore of the story. You just want to play a video game. And some people say, oh, it has no plot, said the guy who just killed everyone without reading the backlogs. Or it's like, wow, there's so much. There's so much to figure out and everything. And it's just like, that's kind of what I want to do with my comics. Like, start off, like, if you just read it at face value, you're just like, wow, this is trash. There's nothing. It's just barren. It's just like, it's just aesthetic. And then, like, if you actually kind of put your own foothold on wherever you want and be like, no, I want to make my own story instead of that. Like, give them the tools, make your own story out of my story. Just because I'm the creator and I say something like, oh, Goku's hair is black. It's like, I'm not going to stop you for saying it's brown or whatever. Just because I'm the creator, I'm not going to stand on top of a pillar. It's like, no, that's wrong. Enjoy my story this way. You're doing it wrong. Like, I just want to give people freedom to read it however they want. But yeah, there's so many different ways to present a story.
Well, you know, and it's funny because, like, when I told her that, I was like, you know, what I've learned is that it's the emotional depth that the characters end up having. Something like The Soprano, like a lot of the shows that I never understood why people liked so much or why they like fell head over heels for them. I never understood what it was. And when I went back, like, I don't know if I think I talked to you guys about this or even you, Warren, about it. When I was like, I went back to watch Mad Max again. The first time I watched it at face value, I was that idiot that watched the movie and only took it for face value. I was that idiot that killed everything and didn't pay attention to it. Then when I went back to pay attention, it was the emotional depth of each character, you know, from Furiosa being this quiet heroine to breaking down and crying to struggling to finding out what fear feels like, and to see that she had so much more depth and emotion than just I'm Batman. You know, like it was different to see that. Whereas Mad Max, he was the same kind of character through and through. But then you had another girl that went from being stone-faced to sad to energetic to giving up to betrayal to so many different things. And it's like when people have emotional depth with flaws that people can identify with some way, somehow, that is what connects people to a story to stay, not the plot, not the premise. Because at the end of it all, you're going to be rooting for someone to get the girl, save the person, beat up the bad guy, get revenge, whatever it is, or just to see them succeed and be happy. And it's because of the different facets of their personality that you see on top of their flaws and how they deal with them, how they interact with them, and how they, you know, find a way to overcome them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I definitely noticed. Like, that when you look at like the best stories of all time or whatever, quote unquote, the masterpieces, it's usually because they touch on very relatable topics for a lot of people. Oh, all the main characters' family dies in the end. Yeah, we all know that pain, so we're instantly like, oh my god, like, oh, breakup, whatever. People like Twilight because that like hidden desire to want more and with lust and everything, and it's just like different things are very popular because they hit on really relatable topics right then and there. Does it mean they're better than stories that don't? I don't think so. It's just not. It just came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And it's just like when people say my story's bad, no one likes my story about, like, let's just say they write about a Nazi living their day-to-day life, and it's like they don't show any of the sad Holocaust stuff or any of that. It's like, this is stupid. It's about Nazis fucking racist. Get the fuck out of here. But if you showed from Anne Frank's perspective, you get fucking Nobel Peace Prizes, fucking all that shit, because it hits hard. And freaking seeing that and freaking, like, people live through that. And there you go. You're instantly, like, freaking like, oh my god, I can relate. Oh my god, I feel so bad for this girl compared to the Nazi guy. It's like, oh, fuck you, man. But in 20 years, they can learn to appreciate. You never know. So,
yeah.
So
like Inception is a movie that has a great plot. Does it have great characters to complement it? No. In my eyes, no. They don't have enough emotional depth. You don't see that. So that's another reason why a lot of people will dislike, like for instance, shonen. Anything shonen, they know that the main character that they're gonna have shoved in their face all the time has two buttons. It's I'm going full force to save my friends, or I'm down and out and I don't know how to get there. But you know, either way, one of those buttons is gonna get pushed. But if you had a character like that had 16 different buttons, somewhere, somehow, one of those buttons is gonna get pushed. That's gonna relate to you. It may not. But a lot of stories are structured around two-dimensional characters, and when you have just two-dimensional characters and characters that don't have enough depth to at least show the full human spectrum of emotion that somebody does possess, then you're already setting your story up for failure, even if you have an amazing plot, because you're giving them nothing to relate to. You're giving them nothing to care about. Yes, okay, you want to make a story about how black people are the only people with superhero powers in the world. How can someone of the white understand that? How can other people understand that? They can't. You know, but if you show that, yes, they have superhero powers, but they're also philanthropic, or they're giving, or that they have attitude problems, or whatever it is, then you're starting to show other depths that people can relate to besides, oh, look at my color. I am a plot device to make you people understand that we are important, that we care, that we matter.
That's why I feel like with, like, especially anime, right? Like, it's just you get like, oh, you get 6 girls or whatever, or even like I see so many animes where it's like the side characters have more depth than the main character, and I feel that they make the main character so bland or whatever, like two-dimensionals, because they are underestimating the audience, and they feel if the character has too many shades, I could be completely wrong, but that's what I've noticed. The character has too many shades, and people get lost, and they call it like freaking, I don't know, inconsistent. Oh, what do you mean he wants to be a killer today? This is a shitty story, and it's like, it's like, no, people can switch any. No, that's stupid. I need Ichigo to stay the same way for 799 chapters, and I don't know what I want. Yeah, good job, audience member. But yeah, it's just, yeah, that's what I noticed, and it's just like, it kind of sucks, but I get where it's coming from. Make it a simple character, you know, you're Mary Sue, you're whatever, and easy to follow, and then you can put all that extra effort into the story around them, into the characters around them, and then there you go. You got a good balance there. But not my type of tea that I want to actually execute. Does anyone have anything else to say? You guys are quiet as shit.
I don't know what's going on.
We're talking about characters with depth, building characters. What's your process when you go into building characters in relation to the story and
giving them a purpose?
Yeah.
Or why they exist? Why is it this character has to be in the story? What makes them important, or what gives them that purpose? Like, how do you decide that?
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna talk about Last Christmas. I gave my heart out, and they gave it away the very next day.
What are you talking about?
So this Christmas.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just saying something random.
I'm gonna give my heart.
To who? Or what?
I forgot the fucking lyrics. So yeah, no, go ahead.
Oh my god.
I was gonna open with that, but someone fucked it up. So go ahead.
Oh wow. Go ahead, Tony.
No, I'm done. I got my moment in the sunshine.
Friends.
I know for myself, I kind of approach that just I write characters that I know, and usually kind of based off of parts of like either my personality or like my friend's personality or people I've probably like have seen. I feel like it's easier for me at least to kind of write based off of that. Yeah, write what you know. I mean, I feel like it's a lot easier to write off of that to kind of because I feel like you'll kind of convey that emotion or even just like what they say in certain situations will be easier to kind of be brought to mind when you're kind of basing it off of like kind of putting yourself in their shoes and how you would react to something or how a personal friend might react to something. I know even within my own story and what I'm working on, it's easy to write my main character's responses or how he reacts to stuff or what the overall theme of the story is because essentially it is kind of based off of like a feeling that I'm going through or what I'm going through personally right now, even in my life. So I feel like that would help a lot instead of, because I think a lot of the times, creators or maybe up and coming creators, I know it's very easy to kind of get caught up and look at what everybody else is doing, and kind of follow that same kind of path because you see how popular it is. You kind of see the hype around it. So it's very easy to kind of like be like, okay, well, it's working for them or, I'm just going to follow the same route. But what in all actuality, kind of what starts happening is you kind of just become another story that's kind of in that whole big old pool of stories that are just like it. So I think when you kind of, you write with, some type of feeling or you write with meaning, it kind of sets your story apart, even if it is a shonen. I mean, personally, I realize that I'm attracted to shonen stories. Like, that's just that's just what I'm attracted to. Like, yeah, I like the emotional stuff, but I kind of see that for me, like when it comes to watching something, I kind of I rather watch something maybe with a little bit more, I guess you could say depth. But I kind of feel like depth to me might be different for depth to somebody else. So like it's kind of just how you
it should be.
Yeah, kind of like how you perceive it. Like I might for me like I really enjoy it. Like right now, like Boku no Hero, I enjoy that anime and that manga for maybe for like really completely different reasons than somebody else who might not enjoy it at all. But I look at it differently.
Dude.
What I'm saying? I just look at it differently, and I think that if you just put yourself in that story instead of just I think writing for other people or writing for an audience, write because you like this, you know what I'm saying? And write because you care about it. And I think from then it'll be a lot easier and it will be more enjoyable.
Definitely. And it's just like what you said about depth and everything. When people go on the internet and see like how other people are doing things and I see on YouTube, like, people have, like, a definition. Here's what depth is in a story, kids. If you think otherwise, you're going to make a shitty story. And it's like, oh, here's how to make a good character design. You have to have balance. You have to have asymmetrical, symmetrical. You got to have proper contrast and all that crap. And it's like, that is bullshit. What story you create represents who you are as a person, what you're feeling at, what you're at right now.
I agree definitely with that.
Go on, finish.
No, whenever I come across someone that I look up to or just another creative person that maybe I never knew previously and they ever try to lay down one flat rule that could be applied to everything, then I already, before I even hear what they have to say, I'm already thinking this is not going to be correct. Because it's not one flat rule or one exact way that can be applied to every single thing that you create.
And like I kind of go back to a lot about with when Hayao Miyazaki said all anime is trash now.
Oh man,
he kind of talked about it from a point of view where you see it like this. You're seeing a lot of anime that are just copying. They're people who aren't that much older than us. Like a lot of people in the industry now, and it's like they grew up watching Akira, Dragon Ball Z, all of that. And they're getting influenced just as we are. And I don't think it's just up and coming anymore. The fact with the internet, you have a lot easier access to seeing all the new animes, what's hot right now, and everyone's trying to draw like Trigger now, and freaking Gainax, like their stuff look like Gurren and everyone now, and it's just like, yeah, it's definitely hard to kind of make your own like footprint in like kind of like your whatever industry you want to be, comic books, concept design, and all that.
Can I cut in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys know the comedian Ricky Gervais, actor? Comedian? Okay, so I was listening to him on the radio one time, and he said something that what you said just reminded me of what he said, that whatever industry or craft or skill that you're a part of, 90% of it is going to be kind of the run-of-the-mill, not that exciting. But then those people that could find something unique and really cool, and they really flesh it out, it's not just an idea, but it's an idea, and then they follow through with it and create it. That's that 10%. That's like the great stuff. And he said that's pretty much for all times, like right now. And, back 500 years ago during the Renaissance, 90% of that, it was probably people following trends, trying to find the shit that's going to work. But then we just don't really know about that, because why would we care to remember the trash from 500 years ago?
Exactly. We only know what's been told to us in school, and that's apparently
so
stuff, right?
It's not like we're in a generation full of bad creative people. It's just that this is we're living in this time, so we're seeing the stuff that's created right now. But there's a lot of trash made 100 years ago too. It just didn't withstand the test of time.
We don't know
That's a great point. That was a great point.
We don't know the next door neighbor to Da Vinci who drew owls all day, and he made the most creative owl designs.
He just did Da Vinci fan art and stuff.
Yeah, right. We just know the Mona Lisa freaking people and all the people making movies talking about Da Vinci, the genius. But there's so like.
I think people just like I said, you just have to be kind of like confident as well in what you like and what actually appeals to you. Like, don't be ashamed that you like something. You know what I'm saying? Because you might see like on Facebook or social media is that, you might mention something, people are like, oh man, that sucks, or that show sucks, or that manga sucks, or that comic sucks. Like, and you instantly change your opinion, or maybe you even feel like ashamed. So you feel like you have to follow in this line of all this other stuff that might be, be put out lately. It's just like what you like and be comfortable with that.
Dude, definitely, man.
If you embrace who you are, you have nothing but a chance to become who you're destined to be, to truly mold yourself into the creator. Because just because they've encountered someone that does exactly what you're doing does not mean you're going to do what that person has done, because we're all unique. We all think differently. We feel the same for certain things, but we think differently. So when it's funny that people would rather go by a certain rule. Well, okay, that's how it has to be. That's how it has to be. If you are creating for a world that, let's say, a few years ago, everybody was all high on True Blood and Vampire Diaries and things like that, but now it's Game of Thrones, and then it was Walking Dead, and back then it was Friends, and it was so many different things. That the entertainment industry is ever evolving into something different. But it's always those that just say, I'm going to... M. Night Shyamalan is one of the people that stands out the most, even if his movie sucks and it's horrible, or if it's good and it's great. But he does his... it's him when he makes a movie.
Mm-hmm.
He's never has stopped being himself. Michael Bay is a horrible movie director, but somehow he still makes movies. Oh, let me guess what? You want to go to the grocery store? It's going to be the most explosive grocery shopping experience you're ever going to have. And guess what? It's his thing. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. So people embrace it. If you are a person that likes to create certain genres and certain things, embrace it and find a way to put your own unique spin on it. And the way you can do it, that I honestly got away from and I got away from me, was putting yourself into it. Because I felt like there's only so much of myself I can put into multiple stories with multiple characters before I run out.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I feel like it's easier as well, like when you put, like you said, like, it is difficult if you, trying to kind of, I guess, almost like spread yourself thin, trying to put yourself in everybody's, I guess, every character. I just put like little pieces, like just little pieces of my personality, or little pieces of somebody else's personality, or whatever the case may be. Just do it. And I think also too, like, even if the story does kind of come out generic the first time, or people might say it's generic, just keep going. Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Somebody's always going to say something about, you know, they have to express their opinion. And, you know, people have to express what they like and what they don't like. You're going to find those people who like your story. You're going to find those fans. Just keep doing it. They will come to you.
And what's really cool about what you said, just real quick, is that I was stuck on creating characters in general for my newest story idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get past the fact that the main protagonist, I'm like, why does he exist? Why is he here? Who is he? What is he going to be? How can I even say he's going to be a character or a protagonist? What is his motive? What is his drive? What is his reason? And then I took a trait and a flaw of my own from my own personality and thought of it. And then it sparked into something to create this character. And next thing you know, I had about 4 paragraphs of his backstory leading up to when the story starts. But it was funny that all I did was go to, and it's I kind of labeled it in a comment. I was talking with somebody in my most recent stat about it. You know how artists, they say all artists should just there's nothing wrong with drawing from reference.
Mm-hmm.
As a writer or a creator, why are you not creating from reference? You're not tracing, you're creating from reference. You're pulling from real life and you're bringing it into your story. And then that's where you make the plot twist. You bring in something familiar from outside of the world, and then you put your unique twist on it and integrate it into your story.
Most definitely. I can relate how many times, like, you know, I've talked to Warren or Tony or, you know, Ahmed or whatever, you know, like, you know, artists copy all the time. Like there's nothing wrong with that. And I think people are ashamed because they're afraid of being called out or, oh, that's generic or that's just like this. Like, even with my story, I can't even number, you know, I can't even at this point, and the story's not even out yet. I can't even name how many times I've heard somebody say, you know, oh, it reminds me of How'd You Know Ippo. Okay, that's a great anime. Like,
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate the compliment.
Exactly. Like, that manga lasted for how long? It's still being updated. Like, that manga is so old. Like, you compared me to one of the greats? All right, cool. I'll take that compliment. But people don't like that for some reason. I guess they feel like they're copying or they're biting. Everybody bites, man. You are not gonna be the first Superman. Like that. Get that idea out your head.
Superman is not the first Superman.
He's not even exactly.
If you look at all the greats, like for Spider-Man, Batman, and you're trying to compare it to like your characters or whatever, one person, maybe some inspiration to make whatever. KO, for example, Jay. Compared to Batman. Who wrote Batman the first 10 years, 2 years, 1 year, 15 years after that, whatever? Hundreds of people, animation studios lining up to put their own chips in and putting in their own ideas. And then that all is a culmination of that character. Compared to something like our characters, that's like just us. We've been working on our stories for what? Maybe 8 years, 10 years, 4 years, 2 years. And it's just us and what we experience in life. And it's just like, when you just say, these are the greats, I'm like, yeah, 60 years, and I'm not fucking good. Like, it's a pretty unfair standard.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I do want to say something going back to the original conversation. I understand I may be the only one that thinks this way, but, you know, I've seen a lot of 90s animes, and I love them. And I find it interesting how people now, they're like, oh, you have to have the little character with a lot of depth, have his backstory, has his mother's story, and have all this backlog of information about your main character or every single character. But I find that a complete waste of time. Even giving your character a personality, I find it a waste of time. Like a flawed or a good thing. Just like when I make a story, and I'm making a story, I think about the event that's actually ongoing. Like, my story is not really about the main characters progressing the story. It's them being pushed around by the plot and getting to point A to point B and what happens. That's what I mostly focus on. The character itself could be bland and whatnot, but the environment, what's actually happening, is gonna be what's gonna keep people reading and whatnot or entertained. And I use this as like Kill la Kill. When you first open Kill la Kill, you're in a messed up city. She, the girl that comes out, she's, I want to find who killed my dad, and that's it. You don't need any backstory, anything putting that out. And when people get enthralled and already like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen next? Then you could, give up the backstory, what's going on. But not even that, because 99% of the people don't give a shit about the main character's mother, parents, backstory, whatnot. They just there to be entertained so entertain them. And
Preach.
that's just my personal opinion. And
Now, can I piggyback off of that?
okay, if I should say one thing real quick.
Sure.
And I use Sword Art Online. People have so much problem with Kirito, but yes, he is a main character with not that much depth or not a complicated character. But that anime is ridiculously popular. It's a giant franchise. It's not dying anytime soon. And a flawed character, he's making it big. What about these complex characters? They're not nearly as big. So which one is better? And I'm not saying it, but I need to print it out. Like, no, I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, the thing I was going to say about it too that I can't even believe I didn't even mention is that you are absolutely correct, because I had this conversation with Ahmed a while back when I said spend time world building and giving things in the world its history so that people can be like, oh, that's really cool that this sword and this rock have a history. What I guess what I should have been saying in that instance is, from the creator standpoint, you yourself could have this board of stuff that you've created and this whole backstory or all of this stuff. So that's what I was saying. You're pulling from this pool of reference, but you're not shoving it down the reader's throat, because again, like you said, they will not care at the end of the day, but at least it makes it easier on you, where when the situation comes up and you need something, you have a pool of things that you've already done backlog to pull out, experiment with, twist and turn, and then put it into the story however you choose to.
Honestly, it's just like what we were saying earlier with the trends now. And it's like, and it's not everyone. I feel that's a lot of people who see like reviews and stuff. We're like, oh, okay. Last of Us has characters, depth, and everything. And you go back to maybe even the 1920s with Mickey Mouse cartoons. Oh, he's hitting the monkey on the head with the fucking saxophone. Now he's sailing back on the boat. Done. Entertainment. And it's like, it's simple, like you said, Tony. It's just like Sword Art Online like grossed a lot more, or is still like sold off and marketable to this day, because let's face it, it was entertaining. And a lot of people can be butthurt and say, oh, this character has flaws, whatever. And obviously, not anything's perfect. And people who try so hard to be perfect, let's name a story that tried so hard and we still remember. We're still talking about Sword Art Online here. So,
and I go another example. Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 came out, had mad history, mad character development, but that game came out and died a month later. 2 months, no one's talking about Uncharted 4.
Oh, okay.
But Overwatch is gone. Overwatch is everywhere, and you have no backstory from no one.
No backstory whatsoever.
And you get these little like snippets of ideas and stuff like that, but
yeah. It just appeals I think it appeals to like different people, because even with like Uncharted 4, like I agree with you, but like there are people who I know and friends I know, and Uncharted 4 still has a cult following. People still like that story. But Overwatch, if you compare like just how it took over the internet, just these characters alone are what got people's attention. That's what got my attention. That's what made me buy it in the first place. You didn't know crap about these people, like except the little like videos or their little I guess quote unquote backstories that they would drop here and there when right before the game was being released or once you get the game. But that alone was what got all the hype. That alone is what attracted the audience. So it just kind of hits people. I think every story, whatever, depending on what it is, it's gonna hit people on different notes. It's gonna touch different nerves. I think sometimes you just can't be worried about trying to get everybody. You're not. That's not gonna happen. And not everybody's gonna like your story, and you got to be okay with that.
When you do it so safe and basic, I'm like, congratulations,
exactly.
You made a Disney movie. Like
exactly.
I do want to say,
not that Disney's bad, but shit, I don't like Finding Dory. Go on, Tony.
This could be. I don't know the point that I'm trying to say, but okay, you have Cameron, you have Lion Knuckles, you have this big guy with boxing gloves and whatnot. Then you start reading the story, and he's a pacifist. He doesn't want to fight. the gloves just glue on his hand because his dad like cursed him and whatnot. But he's a big pussy for
I was
the
pretty
whole
close.
story. No one's gonna read that. Everyone's gonna be like 10 pages, like, nah, fuck this pussy ass nigga. And, like, you have a guy with lying knuckles and whatnot, a boxer. You want to see a box. You want to see some high octane action,
Dude,
some drama, some guy getting beat up. But if you just see him like doing books and helping, giving poor people money, no one's gonna read that.
Yo, that goes back honestly to what Jay you were just talking about. Like as a director, if I guess you could compare him to other people, Michael Bay, yeah, he's trash. But I'm sorry, when I go to his movies, I am entertained. like, and that's all it is. Like, give me my money's worth. And that what type of movie you're going into. It says action movie. Don't go into don't go into somebody's, don't go into a certain genre. Oh, let me go into
Les Miserables.
Exactly, and expect them to like be coming out guns a blazing. Like no, no, bro. Like completely different genre. Like you knew what you were getting into, and the people that know that the fans of it, they're gonna be entertained. But it might be 2 or 3 people that might say it sucks. But hey, who cares? His check's still clearing.
The reality of it is that we're in the entertainment medium.
Exactly.
Well, but I guess the point what I'm trying to say is like there is a bad point of overthinking it, making someone complicated.
Absolutely.
Like making someone so deaf and like making him because a lot of animes I see, the character starts off of a little wansy ass pussy that no one likes him and whatnot, and through the end of the story, he becomes a man. But people see the first 3 episodes like I don't like the main character, so they stop watching it. But I'm like, but the character development, you have to watch this arc and become the person you want to become. Now I don't got time for that.
Simone.
And so what's the point of having character development if you start off with not having the character that you want?
It's kind of like what you said earlier. There's the type of people who just want none of that, and they just want it straightforward. Let's have freaking comedy adventure, just straight up, no build up, no nothing, no backstories.
Like Kill la Kill.
Exactly. Like not even like Kill la Kill, like something I don't even know. It's like just something.
Just don't lose your way.
It's like or your mind. But yeah, some people just don't like that, and it's like people who don't like Full Metal Alchemist Brother, and people the other side will say, "Oh, it's a masterpiece. What are you talking about? It has everything on the checklist for Walter's Guide to a Good Story," but it doesn't tickle everyone's fancy. I could go on forever about fucking Capcom, and people say they like their characters and they try to make Ryu fan fiction.
Right, and then you try to buy a full game and you only get 6 characters on it because they want you to buy the others.
And then they make Ryu more of a character than he actually is. Ryu's a karate man based off of a karate dude who fought bulls in the 1960s. That's it. This Dark Hado bullshit, Capcom doesn't care anymore. and the only people who care are the people who want to go further in. The people who just want to play the game, that's it. He's Karate Man. But
dude, Khalid looked dope. When you actually saw his story, he is gay.
That's why they pressed the Akuma button, Tony, and they put Mufasa.
Could you imagine if they started out with the first 2 chapters of Volume 2 of Saga, Tony and Warren? Backstory first and then go into the story. Could you imagine if they had done that? You'd be like, oh.
What was it exactly?
When they went back and showed young Marco with his dad, like, you'd have been like, I don't care about this. But the first they gave you a reason to care, and then they showed it to you. Like they do. For some reason, they think that worked with Naruto. Oh, we're going to show you that this person's about to die, but we're going to give you a reason to care right before they die, and hopefully you like them now. If not, then so be it. But they do that. They do that a lot. But again, it goes back to what you're saying. People want to be entertained first, and then you can kind of sprinkle the information through. But don't lead with information first. I get what you're saying there too.
Yeah,
and I want to say like Saga. Yeah, Saga, you got the generic, Romeo Juliet story. But the thing is, in the very beginning, they're like, boom, we got a baby. Now you're vested. Now you just have a question in your head. Is this baby going to survive?
Well,
I don't care about the 2 people, but I wonder what's going to happen with this baby. It can't defend himself. And that
through
alone.
The dragons, through the gate reporters, through the robots, through all that. Yeah, how are they going to survive?
You're in you're engaged, honestly, and it's like that.
No, Warren, you're engaged to the girl Sophie. We're not talking about that. kind of engaged.
Obviously,
Well, I did
and
want
here
to say,
you are. People are interested in the writing and how people interact with each other. Some people are just in for the art and the backdrops, and it's like that's what we were talking about earlier. Like that whole giving a baby, will she survive? They give you a snippet, and then it's like fuck, I need more. I need fucking more, rather than Naruto in the end, where they just, we're gonna explain everything. Kakashi's backstory, Sasuke's back. I don't care. I'd rather write it myself. Now that I know, I just don't care about the story anymore. Yeah.
I do want to say, Paper
Girls.
Yeah, Paper Girls.
Oh, you
It started the opposite. It started with them, their backstory, getting to know the character. That was boring. I left.
Well,
I don't care.
That's true. We did leave.
we hopped out of that shit. So, okay.
But what about Miss Marvel then, Tony?
Yeah, Wolverine.
Miss Marvel's fine now, good. It's just it's the typical Marvel thing. It gets boring, then it gets back good. It gets boring, then it gets back good.
Or they just get crappy artists to make Wolverine look like a stick figure.
I don't ask me about that, man.
Oh my god, that Wolverine video that you put up, Tony, today with Wolverine. Before I knew it was a fucking death battle bullshit video, I was like, oh shit, is this gonna be the day in the life of Wolverine? Oh, this is hype. And I was like, oh god, it's one of these. Fuck. I was actually invested. I was like, he was talking to Psylocke, he was talking to Cyclops, he was talking to freaking Jubilee, and freaking Nightcrawler's a douche, fucking up people's days. Like, I was interested, but
what's funny about that, Warren, is that they actually have been doing that with superheroes, like the Vision. They gave him a story where, what if a superhero just tried to live a normal life with a family? And they literally did a comic book series of his, and it's being held as like one of the greatest things ever. Like, it's awesome, it's refreshing, it's new. They've even started doing that in Superman. Like, he actually is like going to carnivals and trying to be a dad to his son John and be a husband to them, and he's just trying to live a normal life. But then every now and then they kind of get carried away with Superman being Superman. But it's being a little different.
yeah, and it's just like, that's just me. I love stuff like that where it's just them in that relaxation mode. That's bringing back Finding Dory versus Finding Nemo. Finding Dory had its straightforward thing. Dory's got to find her parents, and just zoomed through all. Wait, can I take a minute to breathe in and watch the view? Nope, let's go find her parents. And by the end of it, I was just, it's just shallow. Finding Nemo was like, let's explore. Oh, we're in a whale's mouth. Oh, we're in the jellyfish field. Whatever. Just keep swimming.
For eating fish.
Like, there was so much stuff that left me like engaged the whole movie. I was watching it. I was just like questionings, and I just could take a break, look at the views, and that's kind of what I like about Hayao Miyazaki movies too. They don't just rush into the action, be like, Naruto, you must deliver this score to your family down the street, Naruto. It's like, yeah, I'll fight 4 ninjas on the way there. And then it's an hour and a half of nothing but that. It's like, that's not bad. But I'm old. I don't give a fuck anymore. All right? I've seen Naruto fights. I've seen the Gokus versus the Majin Vegetas. I'm tired. I lived through all the Bleach, Naruto, finished Dragon Ball Z. I'm cynical and I'm out. And I like to make stories nowadays more about just two people sitting in a coffee shop talking to each other, and I'm like, they're talking about sugar packets, and that's just where I'm at right now. But other people are like, oh yeah, man, that final fight in fucking Buddha Bob, Sora and the Stranger, fucking Buddha Bob. No offense, but I'm like, it's a fight. Merry Christmas.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, for my own personal experience, that I work so much about the lore of the place and background and wrote everything and study characters and whatnot. And when I actually went and put pen to paper and started drawing it, none of that mattered. I felt like that was just a waste of time. And there's something, when you draw something at the moment, or when you make a story at the moment, with what affected you that day, what commercial you saw, what funny joke that your friend told you, that feels more organic and it has more impact on your work than what you wrote month ago and like studied and look at Shakespeare and mimic Shakespeare and all that. Like it feels robotic, but when you actually draw something at the moment, there's something organic, there's something fresh, and there's
So
something.
you don't believe in having like any kind of thing to go off of? Like
No,
no
no,
prep
no, no,
work, no
no,
nothing?
no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's a level where it's just
I
too
hear that.
much.
All right.
No, I feel you on that.
Yeah, I think both the points here are good, but there's obviously with everything there's a time and place. And you guys know the actor Ethan Hawke?
Yes.
Okay, never
I
mind.
heard of him a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah, he's a pretty good actor, and he was on the YouTube channel called Big Think, and I was listening to what he had to say, and he said I wrote down the quote actually, and what you guys are talking about right now reminds me of that. So I'll read it to you. Spontaneity mixed with discipline and intelligence, it evolves into something that you cannot plan, that is more sophisticated and more interesting than the intellectual mind can plan. So I think what he's saying there is, Bob Ross's term of happy accidents. So if you're
That's
maybe
what Tony just got through saying, basically.
yeah, so yeah, I think there's some legitimacy to that, but I think both points are good because I think there's a time and place to be very analytical and plan every single thing out, and then maybe during an earlier phase when it's more raw, then that's when you just go in without any rules and then just kind of
Just have a foundation you have like a foundation laid out, and then you could like honestly, I would feel a lot better knowing that now that I know how Tony explained that. It makes a lot more sense when somebody like Warren was trying to explain that. He was talking in his terms versus explaining it to me in layman terms because I was being dumb at the time. But it's like it's okay to have a path. Like we get it. You have to have a path, something to follow, but don't follow it exactly where you kind of have a foundation. Okay, you got a story planned out. You got a year to make it, 30 days, 6 months. You got a Sable's Moon to do it, whatever. Haha. But you got to do it, and then you loosely follow it, and then when the time comes, like Denzel was saying, and like Tony was saying, then you use that spontaneity to make something. Like that's why everybody loves something similar to Samurai Champloo. There was some kind of foundation there, but it didn't feel like it because of the spontaneity of each episode, each adventure, each moment that they shared, even though it was still progressing everything. And we don't know anything about Mugen or Jin's backstory and history. We found that stuff out sprinkled through, but there was no point where they said, we're going to sit you down for one episode and shove it down your throat for you to hate us now.
Exactly.
You got pieces of it. You got pieces of it throughout the story.
That
Throughout the
left
entire
room,
anime.
that left room for people to make their own stories and reasons. The reasons why I personally come back to just watch my DVDs of it once a year and be like, all right, let's do this again, and maybe I can come up with a new conclusion. And really quick,
Wait. Before you say that, to answer you, Jay, I'm just saying my opinion and my experience. Like every person is different. So I can't tell you an answer to your question. That's the way I would do it from now on, because I had my story laid out, but then my sister had a boyfriend, and that sparked creativity that I'd never had, and it changed my story moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And every day something happened, and I changed it. Go back and rewrite and redraw what I just did, and add more life to it. And now you don't have this generic character going to point A to point B. Now this generic character is actually tripping, falling, and looking at a flower and having this intimate moment with a flower, and that was not planned. And when I say like over planning, I mean your character has a air gun. Maybe that's all you need, an air gun. You don't need to know the technology to actually make that air gun work, because no one cares how that magical air gun works. Second, when you explain it, you get to that like Lux Nova giant paragraph of no one cares. And yeah, that's what I mean. Like know where you're going, but don't know every single rook, crack, and like, you have nice next door neighbors, or you have scared next door neighbors, but you don't have to know why they're scared, why this thing, because it. Go ahead.
That makes 100% because there is no set time limit or deadline on the story. You make that set story, that set time and deadline. You know, you create what you feel is best. Because if you think about it, a lot of the greater musicians, since I believe Eric is his name, that's in the podcast comments, was talking about if he learned something from music. There's one thing that you can take away from that is that someone like an Adele or a Maxwell or someone that's revered as a really great artist is because they take time crafting this album and they don't just push out something every 2 or 3 years. It may take 5 or 6 years. Adele, between when she launched all of her singles and things,
It's like a
she
10 years.
literally, yeah, exactly. She literally lived a life, gained experience, gained emotion, gained heartbreak, failure, whatever, and then went into the studio with those moments wrote down in paper and all in spontaneity that took 10 years, 8 years, and then gave you something raw and original and uncut and unique.
Yes,
They
she's
grew
actually,
with
she
you.
actually said that, you know, like in articles. She's like, you know, in order for me to write, I have to live first. You know, nothing's gonna happen if I drop an album in January and you want me to drop another album, you know, in December. Like, not much has happened. It's only been a year. You know, she's like, you know, I think she had a kid and different stuff like that. Another artist I like, Sade, same thing. Maxwell, like you said, same thing. You know, like, you know, they take their time, and every time they drop something, it's usually revered as a classic. You know, like that. There has to be a reason. You know what I'm saying, for that.
Yeah, and it's like when they say, "Oh, freaking Lil Wayne shit now." What his first mixtape was great. That was his first one that he may have released to the public. How old was he? That's how many years it took to build up his skills to release that, and now he's doing one a year now, one every 2 years. It's like that's nowhere enough time compared to the first time he did when he first releases stuff. And artists are the same way. They're like, oh man, this guy's art was really good the first time. Now he's releasing stuff every day now, and it's just you just feel how shallow it is because it's not given enough time to grow, really.
Or just given enough time to even take in, because you might say, oh yeah, man, that album or that album is trash, or whatever, that song is trash, I don't like it. But maybe, I don't know, you've been force fed all this other doo-doo crap that's been out, all these mumble rappers. You know what I'm saying? So when you get something that actually is pretty decent, you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't focus on it, you don't look at it, you just think, oh, because it's not like everything else, I don't like it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you wait 10 years, it's like, oh, it was good.
Yo,
yeah, exactly. It was good.
Yo, but we literally stayed here for like a whole hour. Any other topics? Yo, Warren, what do you want to talk about last podcast?
Boy, I fucking forgot about that. You funny as fuck. And
yo, I haven't said a word.
Nah, you don't give a fuck.
I have not. No. I've been busy storyboarding for X.
There you go.
All grinding.
So yo,
I see.
What are you guys doing for Christmas, Cameron? Seeing that you're in that new marriage life, man.
Nothing. I'm not doing nothing, bro.
Christmas tree, Indian?
Nope.
Yo, what about you, Jay?
What's up?
Christmas. You got anything planned?
I am going to be decorating an apartment and baking cookies, snickerdoodle cookies with cream, frosting, whatever designs on them.
Oh shoot,
yo, you're gonna be decorating on Christmas?
Decorating? No, not on Christmas. The cookies. I'm going to be decorating leading up till Christmas, and then cookies and food and church meeting.
Yeah.
Who?
A church meeting, church gathering. I don't know. Church, Christmas stuff that you do on church, because you know you can't have Christmas without Christ.
Candlelight service, is that what you're talking about?
Amen. Hallelujah.
I don't got time for no candles. Happy Kwanzaa.
Redizzle.
Yo, Jay, you can't take my line like that. You can't be saying Happy Kwanzaa like that.
My line? I'm it.
Don't you got Hanukkah?
Oh my god.
No, I don't got Hanukkah. I'm not Jewish, so I can't say that.
Oh my god.
The way you spend money, you seem like you're Jewish.
So guys, don't celebrate Christmas because you're peer pressured to by society, all right?
I'm still waiting on Cameron to get an Xbox One, man.
Next Christmas.
Wait, doesn't he have one?
Yeah, I don't know if that was, I don't know if that was one of like Jay's like sarcastic. You do have one or something like.
Merry Christmas.
No, I don't know if he does or not. He
Yeah, I
never
do.
told me.
I've had one for a while now.
Microsoft wishes you.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, Jay, I'm gonna get Overwatch on PC or Xbox One," and then I was like, "Okay."
I mean, I
and-
did. I turned it back. I didn't like it.
Oh, screw that! You're all getting Marvel 3. You're all getting Marvel 3 on PC.
I bought it like a little like. I think I pre-ordered that junk. I just didn't care for it.
I'm rebuilding a PC so that I could get the wrong parts and have to send it back like Tony did, so that I can make sure I have a good computer to play more and get beat up in Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Don't worry, guys.
No,
broken.
yo, correction. I got the correct part. I broke it. I broke it.
Sword Online fans, everybody. I'm just kidding.
He's trying to say Warren.
I like Sword Online. You think I'm without my
I
flaws?
would not put a nerve gear on and follow Warren at all in that game. I would die.
Hey, I think I see her over there. Who? Oh God, Warren, it's not her.
You guys have seen my awareness as far as fighting stuff in Bloodborne. It's horrible.
Shut up, Warren. You just could have rolled, Jay.
Oh no, nothing. What is that Stormtrooper game?
That's
There's
too
nothing
fun.
will beat
That's
that.
Battlefront.
Yeah, nothing will beat that experience, man. I was like, yo, friends, yo, this, whew.
Boy.
Cause yo, I would've went to Josh's house and be like, nigga, I want you to say that shit to my face.
Oh my God. So speaking of giving time to evolve as a property, has anyone played Final Fantasy 15?
What about it?
Anyone played Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah, I got it.
Is it good?
Say what?
Is it good?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Oh my god. Two word review.
Yo, for real, yo, Jay, hit us with that.
It as far as true Final Fantasy fans go, no. And I've never played Final Fantasy, but I can get a pretty strong idea of what people liked about Final Fantasy, and it damn sure wasn't Final Fantasy Backstreet's Back. All right.
All right. Because what I was gonna say earlier, it's like shut the fuck up, Shane.
That's hilarious.
Was I think I brought it up in another podcast, was seeing the first trailer and seeing it now that it's out, I just stopped caring. But when I saw the first trailer and all the other trailers and how, like, what we were saying earlier, that spontaneous, abstract part about, like, who is Noctis? I don't know. That's what's interesting about it. This game couldn't be anything. Why is it called Versus 13? Is it a fighting game? And then we center back on, and what do they put all their budget on? Not the story, but making the game look pretty. And PlayStation Pro ports, and it's probably great when I'll actually play it, but I'm not gonna run out and buy one right now.
Yo, Warren, you could be honest with us, man. When they took out the princess, you lost interest.
She's there.
No, when they took out
Still
freaking
there.
Stella, I didn't care. Stella was the Virgil of that game. And she was your girlfriend. You were gonna fight your girlfriend, and you both had stands.
You still do.
Holy shit!
You
That would
still
have been
do.
sick.
You still do.
No. They replaced Stella with this other girl.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
with
Luna Lovegood.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking Harry Potter looking ass.
Warren likes fighting his girlfriend for a real reason.
I do love it.
I mean,
Like I just love that fucking.
we can't trust him with the Keyblade. No.
No, but you can trust it with Aqua customization.
You know the thing that really sucks about having to say that it's not that bad is having to admit Warren was right about something.
Wow.
Like he's sitting on Noctis's throne with Noctis sitting at his feet going, I told you, boy. Back to the gym.
No, I was no.
No, you said it multiple times. Well, just because it looks good doesn't mean it's going to be good. Thanks, Final Fantasy.
I guess I forced one of my personalities who brought that walked out the door, and then I was like, I can still be excited for this. And then a day after I thought that, I just didn't care, and I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah, because the Dark Hodo came back.
I don't want to hear this shit right now.
Yo,
Marvel Infinite. Fuck you, Jay. I bet you win the Capcom. We're gonna piss Warren off. Fucking Infinite. The fuck.
Yo,
you, man.
I never knew I could find a moment where I would dislike customization, but when Kingdom Hearts came out that you could dress up Aqua, I cried. I was like, that's the most stupidest, ugliest. You just ruined Kingdom Hearts 3 for me, man.
What? They ruined Pokemon when they added another 15 million Pokemon to it too.
Yo, Jay, this is not the podcast. Jay.
No,
Jay.
How
this
about
is
that?
gonna be 2 hours, boy.
Oh shoot!
How about every Pokemon past yellow and red and blue is dumb?
Yo, Jay, I know you're talking for your ass right now.
That's
No,
true.
I'm not.
Hey,
You've been talking
yo, sorry,
to you, Shasta, and the rest of you Pokemon fanatic idiots.
I heard this podcast today, bro. It made me think about you, man. It was talking about Pokemon, and like the guy was saying, like, oh, I guess like in Pokemon, this new Pokemon, you can like groom them, brush their hair, and and freaking like blow dry their hair. And he was like, bro, I don't give a damn about that, bro. He's like, bro, like I want you to fight.
Cameron, when you brush your Pokemon's hair, no, fuck you. All right, no, let me finish. Let me fucking finish. Fuck you. When you brush your Pokemon's mane and they put their fist on the ground when they're about to be KO'd, and you hear, "Don't lose you groomed me, so I'll be more powerful." Yo, that shit's hype as fuck.
That's actually
How
legit mechanic.
How many Pokemon games did it take before we got a black character in it, huh?
Oh, there's plenty in this game.
Exactly.
Wait, we got Jinx
Pokemon
though.
Go.
We got Jinx though.
Yo, we had black character in Diamond and Pearl.
Oh,
We had black
exactly.
characters in
Any
Nova
game
as
past
well.
yellow
Yeah,
where it wasn't real anymore.
To be honest.
Yo, but nothing beats when your Pokemon gives you a high five. Fuck you all you guys.
Yeah, you know what Pokemon's supposed to be? You traveling online to other people's gyms and beating their brains out and taking a pewter gym badge or whatever, not grooming them by the beachside with some shirtless Pokemon trainer. Some fire Pokemon looks like a whacked out Megazord from Pokepower Rejects.
I need to say this right now. Okay, you guys are right. That Pokemon hairstyle shit is just, whatever. But legitimately, 7th generation has the best fucking Pokemon since ever.
Yeah, they stole Naruto and mixed him with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Yeah, sure.
Yo, no, that was last generation. We're talking about this generation.
They gave us a praying mantis that fights like Baraka. Sure.
Fuck yeah, man. That's fucking cool as fuck, yo.
Pokemon's nothing but alien cockfighting.
Pokemon.
What does this become?
For more Pokemon.
But don't get me wrong. I just beat the Ghost Trial, and I'm like, yo, this game makes me wish I was playing another game.
Tony, how did I get back ahead of you?
Fuck this game, man.
How did I get that?
Warren, that fucking desert. That's how the fuck you got ahead of me, man.
Warren, you have Pokemon?
Oh, I had to. Ahmed bought me the 3DS. Tony was like, "You can't escape." And I bought it, and I'm in. I pet my Pokemon, and they're like, "I love you, Daddy. I'm gonna get back up, and I'm a Buddha scoop that nigga." When you see that heart over their head, didn't faint because they loved you. You see that tear roll down your eye, and my toucan nigga.
So are you gonna put on Amish jacket and walk into the stars and be the drill to pierce the heavens too?
Yeah, dude, that's what my toucan does. He has a drill.
I'm just logging you into Pokemon.
No, that toucan is the most bullshit Pokemon I have.
Dude, he's so great, and I call him Domo because he heats up his beak, and then he fucking
He heats up his
You call them Domo?
I don't nickname him. I nickname him when they do shit cool, and then
Should have called him Toucan Sam.
Dude, his name is Two Cannon, New Cannon. Like he's my baby, man. Not Sylveon, baby.
You should check out his videos sometime.
But God, fucking Pokemon.
New Cannon on DeviantArt. Check it out.
Yo, my sister.
No. What desert?
It's a desert between the Ghost Trial and that rugged route where you get Mudsdale as your ride Pokemon.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that gets unlocked, I think, after you beat the trial, so you can go back there.
Oh yeah, there was that shit.
No,
Yeah.
I have
Pokemon's good. That means Spider-Man Homecoming is gonna be great.
Well, that's out today, isn't it?
It is, yo. He got those armpit hairs. Ooh.
He's got the armpit webs back.
He's got the
Armpit
armpit
hairs, yeah.
wings.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I want to comb that shit every day, man.
Now I'm really curious. Does he go to school and does Miles Morales like sit next to him and they're like, "I wish I was Spider-Man too because I'm black," and then they have the sequel at the end for Spider-Man. Nope.
I don't know.
Howard the Duck from Marvel 4, cool. Who's that? Oh,
It's Jay.
Yeah, that's what happens when Pokemon gets introduced on my computer.
Yo, Jay, I could give you Pokemon bootleg. You can play on your
Cut
computer.
out, Tony. Hold on.
That secret.
Hey, if we got him to play Skullgirls, we can Friends.
All of one time we played, and my hand still hurt.
Yo, Denzel, Pokemon? Oh, no, we had this conversation.
Sorry, bro. Sorry to disappoint you guys.
Thank goodness.
He's not cool enough, man. We couldn't get any other cool people around here.
My cool levels are, I don't know. I don't know where they're at.
See me in Pokemon Stadium. How about that?
I used
Boy,
to play
see me in
Pokemon.
Smash Brothers, boy.
Dude,
Two Pikachu's Final
Super
Destination.
Smash Forever if you want, by the way.
Oh, let's play.
You know what? See me in Pokesnap. How about
Oh
that?
god, I can't believe.
Yo, Pokesnap is in Sun and Moon, son. You'll love it.
He's right. And
So they just recycling stuff. Nintendo, boy, I tell you.
and there's this social media in Pokemon where they like your stuff and
Hey, can I hear you guys? What's your mains in Super Smash?
in Smash Brothers. Oh god, I don't.
Oh
Yo,
god. Oh god.
I know they say the people who say they main everybody are trash, but I just like playing
Oh
as.
my god.
I never heard
I'll
anyone
say
they main everyone.
I'll say Lucina, but she's falling off for me. She's adorable.
Denzel, if Warren was your Pokemon, you just brushed his mane by asking this question.
Oh my god. Freaking
Cool.
I'll never forget that night at freaking what was his name where we all played Smash and then Street
Rob's.
Fighter after?
Rob's.
Yeah. Oh god, and he was like, "Oh, I'll beat you in Street Fighter." I was like, "Oh boy." I hate this game, but anyways. So anything?
No, I think we're good. It's been like
Nope.
an hour and 10.
Are we done?
No, yo, 2 hours. 2 hours, man.
I
Yo,
don't want to do
any-
a 2-hour podcast.
No one asks your opinion, though.
But I hold the power to stop this broadcast. It doesn't matter what your opinion is, Tony.
This is our New Year's holiday podcast, man.
No, it's not, dude.
No, that's next podcast, boy. This is the appetizer,
But
boy.
Ahmed,
Okay.
you display such great mime skills by being so silent.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yo, let's at least have another conversation. We
Okay,
can't
one
have
more
a whole-
topic. One more topic.
Yeah, just one more topic. I'm in.
Make
What?
it. You make it. You make the topic, Ahmed. Just ask a question.
I'm not ready to make a topic, guys.
Yes, you are, Ahmed.
Yo, Ahmed, you're the host with this podcast.
Tony,
Ahmed-
you're the host, and you let
No,
Warren do your job.
Ahmed,
Shut
this
up.
podcast is about being spontaneous. All right, stop thinking. Turn off your brain. And
Turn off your
ask us a
brain.
question.
Yeah, put on the nerve gear, man. Join the
Yo.
reality.
Yo, okay, I have a question. I have a question.
All right.
And yo, Jay, you're always fast in your feet. If you
Listen.
could give one present to everyone in this podcast, what would it be? Separately.
What would it be?
Would be a
Yeah.
model kit because
Nintendo Switches.
you give Nintendo Switch to every single one of us?
Hey, look, I can play the Ice Climbers that should have been in the last game. Yikes.
Hey, look, the new Pokemon game is coming out for the Switch.
I hate Nintendo right now.
No,
But
you know what? I would give everybody issue 1 of Project Untitled.
That's a good one.
Yo, what about you, Cameron?
Oh, I think I have a quick question after this one.
Volume 1 of a run?
Yo, Cameron?
Yo, he ran away, boy.
Alright, yo, Denzel?
What's up? Say the question again?
Yeah.
If you could give a present for an individual present for every person in this hangout, what would you do?
Come on, hey, let someone else answer. Let me think for like 30 seconds.
You said you wanted to answer.
No. I said I have a good question for after this one.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my
Okay,
bad.
give me,
My bad, Tony.
yeah, give me 1 minute to think about it.
My audio wasn't working for some reason. I heard you, but you guys don't hear me.
That's too damn.
Who the hell, man?
Oh shit, my head.
I'm sad in his grandpa.
Cameron, the gift you would give everyone in the whatever Tony just said.
The power to finish your stories. Oh, look at that.
Boy, you don't want to see the end of Dead Star.
Oh, okay, actually, I know what I'll give you guys.
Michelle in a wedding dress. Oh well, yeah, go on then.
A whiteboard calendar for your wall.
Yo, I want that. I actually want that.
Yeah, I've had one for about a year and a half now, and it's.
He said whiteboard, not white girl, Warren.
Shut up, Jay. I'm done. All
hold
right.
on. No, we can do that too.
Oh, shoot.
No, he doesn't need anymore. He's capped out for life.
Yeah, I tried one. They were like, "Would you like to buy it, sir?" Nope. I'm out.
Well, you can't
He lost his
return
way
it.
and his mind, and he got it back. Fine.
Well, you can't return her.
It took me 3 years to finally regain my sanity and enjoy my own presence as a person.
Yep,
3
he had a
years.
4-star full regalia suit, and then just
Shut up. I'm waiting for that last volume to come in the mail so I can binge Kill a Kill. Shut up. Leave me alone.
It took us 3 days to make that coleslaw.
Wait, who's next? Amit, you're gonna give everyone X? Okay, cool.
No. I've got this. All right.
I'll give everyone as an X.
For Jay, I'm gonna buy him the old school Game Boy with a copy of Pokemon Red.
But you said you have to give one gift to everyone, though.
Yeah.
The
No.
same-
It's one gift individually for each person.
I mean, the way that cartridge system works, it might as well.
Yeah. For Cameron, I'm gonna buy a copy of Black Cat just because I wanted to experience that. For Denzel,
I don't even know what that is.
yeah, Black Cat is a shonen manga that was pretty old. It started in 2001, written by Kentaro Yabuki, I think.
Oh, hold on. Is that he's like a bounty hunter or some crap like that?
Yeah. It's a bounty hunter
Oh,
series.
okay.
It's actually pretty good. I've been reading through it myself. For Denzel,
What's up?
I'd buy him a Wii U and a copy of Smash Bros.
Oh, dude, I would
Because
have
he needs to
Oh,
make
wait,
Smash
hold on. Why
Bros.
does it get more expensive?
happy.
What?
It's not about the price tag.
No, man. He could at least say, "I'll get you the whole series of Black Cat." He just said one volume. That's like,
Did I say one volume? I meant the whole series, but you know.
no, man. No, I see how it is.
Did I meant the one volume? I meant the whole volume.
The whole series.
The
But anyway,
whole-
for Tony, this is going to be tough because he already has the Pokemon games.
Sword Art Online.
Yeah, just buy him the entire Sword Art Online anime series on Blu-ray. And for Warren is easy. All I gotta do is go to some convention, find a cosplayer of Mume, and send him to his doorstep.
Fuck you, Ahmed. I just wanted more pictures of X on Instagram, but fuck you, all right?
Well, guess what? You never get it.
Well, for me, guys, I'd buy you all a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and a controller of your choice, because I'm going to teach someone how to play that game so I could finally play someone on equal level.
Wait, Warren, I can't get 4?
Huh?
No.
No.
That Warren.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to take this time.
Can I have Street Fighter 5?
Shut the fuck up.
It's the greatest game ever, Warren.
Hey, shut the actual fuck up.
It is a classic amongst fighting games.
We all buy Street
Has
Fighter
an
5.
amazing
Complete
complexity,
with
way
Warren.
better than Third Strike, and
Shut up. I need
all Alpha series.
some time to recover from that blow, all right?
It's Rob's favorite game, dude.
Indivisible, the anime, coming soon.
Indivisible.
Thanks for your monies.
Now I had to wait a year.
No. I know what I'll give Warren. Shenmue 3.
Yeah, I need 2 more years, fucker. Apparently, it comes out this year. Bullshit.
It ain't coming.
And Indivisible comes out 2018. Nigga, I gave you guys $220 collectively.
Hey, well,
Y'all
hopefully,
niggas.
Thanks for the anime, Warren.
Indivisible.
Hopefully they don't keep delaying and give you a Mighty Number 9 experience.
These niggas just emailed me the other day. They were like, "Congratulations, it's been a whole year since we made our money." Yeah, and now we just started our production. Fuck. How do you just start production? What is?
Well, we had to spend all that money, y'all said.
This is why Nintendo's good. At least
I blame 4Kids.
Man, fucking
you blame 4Kids for everything, man.
Marvel vs. Capcom 4 Infinite or whatever the fuck it isn't 3-on-3. I'm so butthurt it's 2-on-2. Oh, I'm sorry if the majority of the Versus series isn't 2-on-2, which it is. You dumbass fuck. Have any of you played Tatsunoko versus Capcom? I believe not.
Yes, I have.
Oh, God.
Yo, no, it's the assist. I kind of miss the assist. That's
The assist, man, you don't need that. It's Marvel 1 shit.
no,
Yeah,
but,
those re-
okay. Without the assist, is Street Fighter versus Tekken. That's
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
Hey, Denzel,
Yeah,
what was your
I
question?
There you go, Tony.
I wanted Capcom versus
No.
Infinite.
No, sorry.
I'll get to it.
You're not going to get the Shunko DLC you always wanted. The Yanai DLC will forever be out of my grasp, and there you go. That's why I switched my religions, and now I play Blaze Blue, so fuck you, niggas.
Oh God.
All right, since everybody was watching left, let's end the podcast. I'm done.
Wait,
No,
hold
Denzel
on.
had a question.
They all left!
It could be
Wait,
pretty-
let me
pretty answer.
let me answer the question real quick. Yo, I will give Jay a fancy little notebook so he can write every single day. Will be with him. I will give Cameron Shamai Shampoo statues. I will give Denzel.
They're
Wow,
trash,
man.
though.
Yo, they're all doo-doo, bro. Like,
They're really bad.
they're
You
really
want
bad.
to
I've already looked.
Well, but that's not my problem. That's your problem.
Damn,
Oh,
Cameron
man.
gave the shit sticks.
I will give Denzel the Samsung Galaxy Tab A with the S Pen. I will give Ahmed a Cintiq. I will give Warren.
A heart.
A Domo model kit that I can't read the instructions to? Gee, thanks, Tony.
No, I'll get you the whole collection of Go Ganner on DVD.
Oh.
And congratulations.
What about Cross Angie?
You know.
No, fuck Andrew.
Did I mention the Mume cosplayer that have blue hair?
Shut the
Yes.
Ahmed, if I hear wedding dress next, I'm done.
Add the wedding dress.
I was gonna do Lizella next, but it's actually sketch. I just need
I would give Warren a date with the girl that draws Saga.
fuck you. Jay.
Warren, if you draw Lizella, you have to draw her in the groom suit. You can't draw her in like.
I can't do that, Ahmed, because some people aren't as invested in our inside jokes as we are. All right. So,
But
No, but yo, Denzel, what was your question?
Okay, so everyone's a creative person here. 1 year from now, what are you going to create for the world?
Barrage 3, baby.
Barrage 3.
Okay.
Wait, sorry. Repeat that question. My bad.
Oh wait, we had
It's
to
the
make
end of
Barrage
the world
3.
as we know it.
I'm gonna do WWE fan art with Pokemon, and I'm gonna sell it in a convention.
Make sure you do a part with them like brushing their manes and stuff.
Okay, to be more specific, Project SS, and hopefully Volume 1 will be done in Death Star. But
Yep, the one shot X.
yeah.
Pokemon with wrestling belts, pretending to be wrestlers.
They already have those.
I mean, Incineroar already wears a wrestling belt of fire, so
Like it's
Yeah.
you got the Luchador Pikachu from last year. I'm gonna stop.
Incineroar.
Incineroar's pretty boss, by the way. Don't knock him.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so-
When I take your bikes and rip it apart, Warren, we'll talk.
Shut up, Ahmed. I still got Bloodborne Owl, and boy,
I will wreck Bloodborne Owl. Don't you
you
worry.
probably will with your fucking cheating ass in one day spoiling the story.
Hey, I didn't spoil any story. What do you?
Yeah, you did, Ahmed. You were the first day. Yo, Ahmed, yo, Warren, I'm on the third island. Ahmed, I just got my Pokemon. Boy, that was a beautiful day.
Yo, I'm so happy I don't read.
I'm so happy I can't move on from my first girlfriend.
This is getting dark. All right, guys.
A year from now, I would honestly like to have my next 3 stories planned out and done, and possibly be halfway through production of my second and third story.
Wait. So your stories that you're producing now actually has a end?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's not the hard part. It's always the easy part to think of the beginning and the end. It's the middle.
Well, no. I'm I'm surprised because a lot of people now there's just the next Naruto, the next like 800 arcs or not. Like people,
Oh yeah, no.
people
If
think
I had a
Greedy's
publisher, maybe, but I don't, so no.
Naruto?
it's just because there's this thing like, oh, if you do a short story, that's not a real story. You're not.
If I had it my way though, I would really like to find my true creative path, like what I really want to do and what's going to make me the most effective to make the difference in the world as far as being a creator, because it's either going to be comic books or it's going to be a hybrid version of writing novels as a writer. So that's
Dude.
really, I want to have that decision made by the end of next year and have something of a product done between the two.
Who is this username with just one?
That's me.
Okay. 'Cause I want to talk to him about that hybrid novel idea at some point.
Huh?
Because I want to talk to you more about what you just said,
Oh,
hybrid novel thing at some point.
I have I finally got references and examples done, so I can always talk to you and show you.
Okay, because actually I have examples and mock-ups that I made too.
Sweet.
Yo.
But that's going to be a long talk, so if you guys want to end it now, you might want to get out while you still can.
Wait. I do want to say, yo, Jay.
Sure.
I think you making reviews and giving out reviews in the ether of the internet, you'll be really good at that. Or I think that's your passion.
Huh?
Making reviews.
Hold on, Tony. I can't hear you. Something. I heard.
Okay.
That nigga got the darkest lair.
Okay, go ahead.
Yo, I think making reviews is your
What
calling.
the heck? I can't hear him. It cut me out again.
I can't. I'm gonna play Pokemon. Fuck you, boy.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, this was fun.
I don't know what it
Jay.
is.
Jay,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Wow, I cut out one tab and then it works. This stupid.
Yo, can
All
you
I
hear
heard
me?
was reviews, Tony. And now
Making reviews and like putting up on YouTube and stuff like that. I think that's your calling.
putting up YouTube what?
Reviews,
Of what?
And
movies, mangas, whatever.
Oh, okay.
Games.
I see what you're saying there.
Go.
I thought about it.
Hunter, get him.
Oh, yo, have you guys
You
seen?
guys keep cutting out, so I don't know. Something's
Have you guys seen the anime movie, Him and Her, something like that?
Your name.
Your Name, yes. Have you guys seen
Ooh,
that?
can I actually talk about that with someone now?
I haven't seen it yet.
Son of a
I've
bitch.
been trying to find it online and I can't find it.
neither have I.
Do I need to link it to you guys?
What is it?
That's
I'll find
kind of
it.
the obvious reason why I just said that.
It's Your Name by Makoto Shinkai. I don't know his actual name. And
Well, I know that part, but I'm saying I can't find it online.
for context for the audience who's dumb enough to still be.
Yeah. Well, I remember you talking about. Wait. Well, like, you like it?
Boy in the city that dreams of being a girl and a girl in the country.
I liked it. It's one of my more favorite movies of his. It's actually my most favorite. It's not saying much because
It seems like it's kind of up your alley. Just kind of like
Garden of Words was whatevs, you know, good at the time. But yeah, it's all right. I don't want to say anything because if I say the synopsis, it pretty much ruins the experience. So, but yeah, watch it if you guys have time or not. It doesn't really matter.
It's okay. I'll watch it when you watch Baccano War.
Fuck you! I love how Amit's the one who told me about Your Name, and he's not even gonna watch.
I watch it in my own time, dude. I don't work on your schedule.
Ooh. Shots
I
fired.
know you don't. That's why this podcast is today.
Absolutely.
You can.
But take that, Hypno. Fuck you, Amit. Go back to Todd Buddha Scoop this. Oh, you're asleep too.
Oh, I gotta send you some stuff with Hypno later. But
Just like
freaking, let's Darkness Lariat out of here and let's.
Wait, yo, have anyone listened to
No,
any?
shut up.
Yo, he waits as soon as we're about to end it.
All right, guys.
Wait, no. Has
No,
anyone
shut up,
listened to any good music? Cause yo, I found this girl. She is fly. Oh, what? Really? My mouth stopped working. All right. Yo, Cameron. Do you know of a girl named Ashley Keys?
Hell no.
Ashley Keys. Yo, she is.
Alicia Keys.
Wait, Alicia Keys?
Yeah.
No, you're not serious right now, Tony.
Hashtag Hashtag Barrage Crew.
Tony, are you serious?
Whatever.
He said Ashley King.
Links in the description below. Thank you for watching.
Yo, let's go, Abby, let's go.